2, 3. And as this room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the ice ball, by the way. Mama said that there'll be days, literally, just like this. If one thing, I need to say this real openly. We all need, and I mean just that, we all need the season to kick off. The Eagles done lost their bird brains. Cowboys Troy Aikman don't deserve this. Eagles are insane. Q&A. Come on, baby. Sharing is caring. If you can share this content, let a friend or that neighbor know where to go. If you're an Eagle fan today, you will be offended. Right. That's my whole goal. We're going to offend these Eagles. I am. And mods, please don't block them. Let them fly around. Fly me to the moon. Thank you. You know, yes, indeed. Come on, baby.
Spartans, prepare for glory.
5, 4, 3. Two. This episode is brought to you by Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, as well as Choctaw Casino and Resort. Powered by Haymaker. Law Nation Studios. The longest intro in the land, if I can say.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
And 1. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. The Cowboys going into the 2026 season, there's been a lot of good things to happen for us. It's been Jerry Jones speaking less, right? And we saw him spoke the other day with the size 15 ear, you know. And there's been a lot of crazy conversations about Cowboys versus, and write this down, comparison is the thief of all joy. Write this down. Comparison is the thief of all joy. And a lot of people love to compare. And I get it. Cowboys in the last 30 years, 30 seasons, we don't have a lot to bring in. And we have two quarterbacks that's been pretty much premiered as could be Hall of Fame numbers, but terrible, and I mean just that, terrible playoff numbers. Tony Romo and Dak Prescott with a combination of over 70,000 yards. Both of them passer rating combined is like 99 passer rating. If you do your homework, that's over. Also, if you combine Tony Romo and Dak Prescott stat line together, they got over 500 touchdowns, right? If you combine their playoff records, I believe they both only got 2 apiece. This is a very, very, very hard topic to go over, right? Because it's been 30 years, been 30 seasons. Romo was playing here for the Cowboys for about 12 or 13 seasons. Dak is going into his 10th or 11th season, give or take. and we have a combination of, or a combined of, a 4 playoff, I believe. Now, I think since 1995 or something like that, 1996 or 7, we have a combined of 4 playoff wins. It's crazy. Now, granted, you would look into the likes of a Sam Darnold, you can say, hey, he just won a Super Bowl. He's not comparable to a Tony Romo, in my opinion. He's not comparable to a Dak Prescott, but he was on a team, right? He even lamented himself that if it wasn't for my defense, I don't think I would have been able to make it out of the postseason, right? Defense win championships. And the common denominator been with the Cowboys, been Jerry Jones, not the Jerry Jones, the owner, but Jerry Jones, the GM. I said DM, but GM. Yeah. And I get it. It's hard to stand on to those solid principles. But I come here to tell you guys that by listening to my conversation that I'm going to present are things that's not up for debate. You can go into the barbershops and you will win 100% of the time with what I'm finna pull up, and you will not lose. Trust me when I say this, okay? Because there's no room for debate. If we talking about franchise, organization, Cowboys are way ahead of the Eagles, and we are winning in every single category. Let me say this again. We are winning in every single category. Just a reminder to all of the Eagle fans, the Cowboys still hold the record, 75-59, all time. That's not up for debate. We are a better team, especially in the regular season, 75-59. Regular season, Dallas Cowboys lead, 72-58. Postseason, playoff time for your mind. The Cowboys got 3 wins to their 1 loss, right? 3 wins to their 1 loss, okay? Let's write that down. Super in a bowl. The Cowboys got 5. The Eagles got 2. Now, there's really no rivalry when we say these type of things. In this generation of lifetime, it will have to be the next until the Eagles are able to surpass the Cowboys. So if you are able to listen to me now, and if you are in your mid-20s or your mid-30s or mid-40s or even to your mid-50s, in your lifetime, as long as everything remains the same, the Eagles will not surpass the Cowboys in regular season wins. So that's just how that goes. It won't be in this lifetime. So it'll be another lifetime, right? Or you'll be older than Jerry by the time they surpass us, and something drastically got to happen. Now, with all of that being said, granted, the Eagles love to use the conversation since 2000. I get that because that helps them in any form of debate. But I verily, I say unto all of you guys that's watching right now under the sound of my voice, proof that the Eagles wants to be mentioned or recognizable like the Cowboys. It's been 30 years, 30 seasons, despite of what all happened. And I know it sounds like a broken record. The Eagles are still at rock bottom in this division. Let me say this again. The Eagles are still rock bottom in this division. Law, what are you bringing up? Well, I'm bringing up facts. And these are facts that most Eagle fans don't want to hear. We are the final boss of it all, right? Until this throne is taken, no one, you know what I'm saying, can really out-debate this part of the process. Granted, it's been 30 years. I can give them that. But it's been 30 years. And the gap is still the same gap. Literally the same gap, because in order for the Eagles to be in the same plane or in the same room as us, they got to first surpass The Washington, they changed their names multiple times, and they still on top of them. The Washington Commodes, they got 3, or Commanders, they got 3. And then the Giants got 4, right? They got 4. And then we got the Cowboys with 5. So for the Eagle fans that's out there that said that, hey, it is this and that, they need to focus their attention on Washington, because that's the next opponent. We're not. And then the next opponent, once they surpass Washington, will be the Giants. And then the Giants, after they surpass the Giants, then it's us, right? But some strange reason, they want to skip past everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, and come straight to us, right? How many times do we even hear from Giants fans, right? Because they confident in where they at. How many times do we hear from Washington Commodes or Commanders or, fecal matter coming out of the sky? How many times do we hear their content creators or their people or ex-players that played for Washington shoot shots at us? No, they don't. They are in their own lane. But somehow, some way, the Eagles are attaching themselves to the Cowboys because they know, ultimately, deep down in the hearts of their small bird brains and as well as beaks and feathers, that they would love to be in the position that we are in. But they're trying to skip the test. No, you got to beat Washington first. Now, if I'm a person that can tell lies, we've been live for a long time already because the intros is still about 30 minutes long. With a straight face, anybody in the chat, can anyone point out a single lie, fib, storytelling that I said in my open monologue? Can you find one, baby? Because I said nothing but the truth. And the truth shall set you free. Let me know if I said one lie. Now, I did hear some Eagles will say, well, in 1933, we had 8 Super Bowls or something like that. But we can only start where we done absolutely started, right? So from 1960, because that's the birth of the Cowboys, until, in the words of my grandfather, may he rest in peace, until now, we on top of stuff. So what y'all did in 1933, in 1950, in 1940, that had nothing to do with us. All I know is that when we came onto the scene and we started to operate the way that we operated, the youth of the Cowboys stand taller than the Eagles, stand taller than the Washington, stand taller than the damn Giants fans. And the Eagles are still at the bottom. They have been looking up so much that they got stomach muscles on their necks because we on top of these things. And I still haven't said one lie, right? So at the end of the day, I get it. Now let's go back to how all of this started, right? And then we would trickle down on talking about how Eagle fans feel as if though that 2 generations removed, that what Jalen Hurts did is better, or he is better collectively than a Troy Aikman. But we're going to talk about that. But the craziest thing of it, we can argue that that's 3 generations, right? Because after Troy Aikman retired or what have you, birthed it, I believe, the Drew Bledsoes, the Brett Favre, who couldn't really beat Troy until Troy actually, to the Cowboys kind of like gave up everything. And that little era, yeah. So he's what? How many generations? I'm talking about in football terminology, right? Because after Troy, it had to be, I'm glad nobody's here, but Troy, spit came out everywhere. After Troy, there was the era of Peyton Manning, right? Is Peyton Manning the generation after Troy, right? And then after Peyton Manning came the generation of you have to throw in. I'm trying to make this accurate. What was the guy name that was drafted? Is it Ryan, Matthew Stafford, all of them boys, right? Tony Romo, because I think Tony Romo still is in Peyton Manning's generation, but he's still wedged in between, right? So let's go it from this way. After Troy, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Tom Brady just played forever and a day, so he went through 2 generations, right? And you had the generation of Matthew Stafford, Matt Ryan, whatever. What's Ryan's name? What's his name? I forgot his name. That's how crazy it is. That played for the Atlanta Falcons, right? And then after that, you got the Cam Newton generation, right? The Cam Newton era. And then you get the Jalen Hurts, right? Matt Ryan, right. Okay, good. I should be reading the comments. Matt Ryan, okay. So that's damn near 3 generations ago. And football done changed a lot, right? Football done changed a lot. Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, all of that stuff. So Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers, they were a generation or a time era. Let's do eras because generation is kind of weird. Eras, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford playing too long of a damn time too, and Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers bleeding over to 2 generations, right? Now you get a Jalen Hurts. He's still a part of the new generation, right? If you really got to think about it. Rules done changed so long. When Troy Aikman was playing, you had every right to the quarterback if you get close to him. So after you done get beyond the LOS and the quarterback throw the ball, you still, in Troy's generation, you still have the right to knock him on his backside, right? 15 yards down the field, you have the right to tug and pull and move that person out of the way, right? There was no illegal contact down the field, right? So the generation became soft, I believe. It started to become a little soft when in 2004 when they made that rule. So I would say that was primarily the prime era going into Peyton Manning's time, right? That's when we started seeing 50 touchdowns. Everybody started getting 50 touchdowns or 45 touchdowns and beyond. So it's literally, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in the same eras, right? So when we start to have this debate about Jalen Hurts being compared to Troy Aikman, it's not the same. Granted, numbers, stats, and yardages and touchdown to interception ratio, they may be similar, but whenever your numbers are similar to those numbers in this modern day, you ain't a good quarterback. You are being literally carried. Now, granted, I said all of this. This generation is a whole lot coddled. More coddled. Granted, Troy Aikman during his time, you got to understand that football wasn't hung on stats like they are now. And the reason why it's such a stat lead or stat-based world or economy now in football is because the money is at its all-time high. Right. An extra 6 touchdowns is a difference of an extra $50 million, right? So now everything is a little bit more stat-based versus back in those days. But Troy, during his time, he wasn't considered a quarterback that couldn't make all of the throws. He wasn't considered that. They understood that, yes, the system that he played in, this wasn't a pass-first offense like the 49ers, like the system that Don Shula ran over there in Miami, right? Or like what we looked at what Jim Kelly was doing. Shout out to them. They were, was it Levy there? They was doing a lot of throwing the ball and doing a lot of GT counters and putting the ball in the belly of Thurman Thomas and all of them boys. But it was different. It was a different system. And what Troy was in the system with is that they lean heavy on run to open up the pass, play action. It was not like Michael Irvin was a crazy nuanced route runner. He had a good 3 routes in him, and he'll route you up, and it was more of a timing-based system, whereas you can hear documentaries of Troy was so accurate, and him in the wavelength of Michael Irvin was on the page on such a great degree, whereas Troy can be blind, and he just throw to a spot on the field, and Michael will be there. Troy didn't even have to see. They was in such a rhythm. Troy didn't even have to see where he was throwing the ball at. And why it was so prevalent is because back in those days, it wasn't you get a concussion and we'll put you on the bench for a few days. You get a concussion, you might not even know, you might think it's Wednesday, it's Sunday. I'm supposed to take the kids for ice cream. Now you're on the field, Troy. We got to win. You got to throw 2 more touchdowns. Emmitt Smith got a bum shoulder right now. That's the generation that Troy played in. But now, sure, you fool around, have a gash or a headache, and you just need some aspirin or some ibuprofen. Hey, man, we're going to have to sit you out for the remainder of the game. You got a slight headache or you got a slight temperature, then elevated, But back in those days, shoot, I'm hearing now that they trying to ban salt. Who's old enough to remember that you need salt in order to get back out there on the field? That's banned now, right? So, Noel Turner, yes, indeed. Shout out to Ray. So that just, hey, Ray says, Michael Irvin said I would turn and I'll know the ball is there. And as much as I'm long-winded with this whole conversation of why we even entertaining this is just for entertainment purposes, there's no way that you would ever hear A.J. Brown said, man, all I had to do was turn and Hurts would be able to squirt that ball in there. Hurts squirts. Hurts is able to fit that ball in there. You would never hear that. You would never hear that. You would never, ever hear that. And I know for sure AJ is happy that he is in New England now, right? So it is for what it is. Heard stories. Troy had practice and the ball never touched the ground, right? But some reason people look at these stats and they look at it and say, well, Troy was carried. And I'm going to say this again. Emmitt Smith was a dog in high school. He was a dog down there with the Florida Gators. And he was a dog here in Dallas. Well, for some reason, a lot of people jumped on the narrative that Emmitt Smith was only good, predicated upon the offensive line. And it doesn't matter how many times I tell people that nobody on that offensive line was a first-round draft pick on the very few Super Bowls that we were able to attain, right? They went and got guys, warriors, right, that they elevated. But some reason, the Cowboys' hate became such a prevalent one that they dismissed all of that. Cowboys was a very hated team, even in the 90s. People fail to realize that. Very hated team, right? That very first Super Bowl, people were pissed. Don't you know how many 49er fans were mad? And I'm sitting here like, yeah, Twin was mad, man. Twin was mad because they thought that the Cowboys were not that year. Maybe they'll do something the following year. But they came in there and shook the world that year. And if it wasn't for chaos with the quarterback and all of this stuff, and to this day, I can't stand Detroit. I can't stand Cowboy fans that give praises to Barry Sanders because that damn week, jeez. Barry Sanders still running on us from 91. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story, And I love the way Raymond said, carry my ass. Because what happened is that over a course of the years, Ray, a lot of people look back and then they say, oh, he was carried. After they've seen other things happen, then they say, oh, he was carried. After other numbers of other quarterbacks in this very much so inflated football world, people look at it now, oh, Troy was carried. But nobody during the time when Troy was there was saying and echoing, hey, man, Troy's getting carried by the Emmett. Troy's getting carried by Jay Novacek. Troy's getting carried by Michael Irvin. No, nobody was saying that when he was absolutely playing. They were like, Troy, that naysayer, that's him, you know. Yeah, so it is for what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But when we look back at this excerpt here, and shout out to Lord Brunson. I think he's the voice for the voiceless over there in Eagles World. I have no ill wills with my guy. We do business together and a whole bunch of other stuff. But Lord Brunson says it's Jerry's fault. Huh? And then he's making this as sarcasm, right? Because 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. And this guy, I'm not going to talk about him on a negative connotation because I get it. He played for the Philadelphia Eagles, right? But he from Dallas, lived in Dallas. His parents and stuff like that is from Africa or what have you, and they migrated here, whatever the storyline may be. He went to Texas Longhorns, Hook'em, what have you. So if y'all like them Hook'ems, y'all can look at Emmanuel Ocho and his brother. So he had got an intern or a job with the Cowboys, right? And I always say, if you ever, Cowboys don't pay you much, but you can always leverage the Cowboys to get a better opportunity. We know the storyline of Emmanuel Ocho. He absolutely used to work with the Cowboys, what have you, got the recognition, got the TV time, and I believe ESPN or NFL Network reached out to him. He joined that program, kind of like what Isaiah Stanback is doing now, right? And he was able to leverage that and do these click tapes like you would say Shannon Sharp or to a degree, what's the other guy name? Skip Bayless and all of them boys. So the moment you are in their ecosystem, you're going to be forever famous, right? And on his own, I think that he does a decent job. But for ratings and stuff like that, it all goes back to the Cowboys. Speak Easy is literally a Cowboy show, right? With no objectivity, but they use the Cowboys for views, and I get that. And I see the hustle, right? They formulated their own page. They put some sponsor dollars behind it, and they move some stuff around for views. They even pay for views and all of this stuff. I get all of that. I get the game. But on his own merit, I don't think that he can literally hold ground with most debaters, right? Because it's just a situation, right? And I get it. I'm not going to throw hate on it. But this was his talking point. But let me go all the way back and let me tell you where he got it from, because he's trying to leverage the Get Up segment and tie in his own segment. And let me see if I can do it this way. I'm going to go right here.
I
Look at his numbers last
Here you go.
year offensively. No issue driving the ball down the field. Probably the best play-action passer in all of football for long stretches of last season. When he threw to his top targets, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, down the field, it was about 15 yards per play when using play action. Those are video game type of numbers. I think he's unbelievable. I had Jason Garrett on my show yesterday, and he said that Dak Prescott might be one of the most underappreciated players in football. I'll go further. I think he's the most underappreciated because he's become a punchline, okay? He's become a punchline because of the sins of Jerry Jones's roster building and Cowboys fans who always overhype their team. But this year, when you look at the offense.
All right, so now let's go, and this is kind of like a rebuttal, right? From this guy, right? And I get it. I get to play. He used to work for ESPN, First Take, or what have you. So it's good to play that and to have a counter, right? So this video did 250,000, right? And let's see what he's doing here, 300,000. But that's okay.
The biggest lie I've seen on
3,000.
social media. This is the biggest lie I've seen on social media this offseason. Dak Prescott has not become a punchline because of Jerry Jones's roster building. Jerry Jones built a roster where the Dallas Cowboys had like 9 All-Pros in a singular season, including special teams players that are All-Pros.
Okay. Let's go. Dallas Cowboys, 9 All-Pros season. And let me see if I can pull up these players' names. Okay. All right, good. these are the first team All-Pros. You had CeeDee Lamb, Zach Martin, Deron Bland, Brandon Aubrey, right? Dak Prescott himself, Tyron Smith, Tyler Smith, Michael Parsons, Brian Anger, right? In that year, who showed up in the postseason? Because as much as people talk about Dak Prescott, I get that. But did Deron Bland catch an INT? Was Zach Martin or Tyron Smith, Tyler Smith to that degree, open up holes enough for the running back to average more than 2.4 yards per tote? Were we averaging more than 3 yards on the ground that game? The answer to that is no. Was CD out there catching everything that Dak Prescott threw his way, right? Was CeeDee Lamb had like 300 yards receiving, 200 yards receiving, 150 yards receiving? Was CeeDee Lamb a big impact, right? Brandon Aubrey, we know what he can do, right? I'm not finna dismiss what Brandon Aubrey, Brian Anger, those are punt kickers. You know, we really don't care about that. That's just for what it is. So when people use that argument, I'm sitting here like, okay, cool. I get all of that. I understand that the Cowboys with these 9 All-Pros should be able to win. But then when you look at the roster itself, it reminds me also, when you see a nice car that's down in the hood with rims and shit, I'm sitting here like, yeah, that's cool, but you got no AC, bro. But he got rims. Man, you see him spitting, they spitting. He got no AC in there, man. Did he change out the oil? You know, the oil light's still on, bro. But you got rims. I mean, the CB joints, every time you turn, you hear knocking. Tat, 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 tat. I'm like, hey, that's cool. You got rims. From the outside, it looks good, but it's not usable. The things that you see are just shiny. And that's what the problem is with the Cowboys. Instead of getting regular tires so it can last long, man, let me get the shiny rims, man. That's how Jerry Jones been building his team for the last 30 years, 30 seasons. Not to take away with what we're doing this offseason. I think we're headed down the right direction, you know. Yeah, air freshener work, though. Yeah, the air freshener work. CV joints just everywhere. Just boom, 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 boom. Just every time you turn, you think somebody's shooting, capping at you, you know. Bad sparks plug on a good engine ain't nothing for the car. So when you put all of the pressure and all of the things on Dak Prescott, this is not how you win championships. I have never seen everything, and this was before I was born, on Roger Staubach. Roger Staubach still had Dwayne Thomas. He still had Tony Dorsett. He still had doomsday defense. And he had one of the greatest catches of all time. And it's Drew Pearson. If Drew Pearson had Noah Brown hands, we wouldn't be talking about a Hail Mary, right? Yeah, no, we just wouldn't be talking about Hail and a Mary, right? Troy didn't go out there and win those Super Bowls by himself. I've seen that James Washington play in the postseason. If it wasn't for James Washington, we won't even be having these conversations. If it wasn't for Charles Haley, who had experiences with Super Bowl and as well as on a team, even though he had a few screws loose. But I can't recall in the last 10 years that we had dynamic plays to happen on defense when we were in the postseason. Yes, we went 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. All three of those 12-5 was totally different teams. if we just kept Amari Cooper for those stretches of 12 and 5, 12 and 5, at least we wouldn't have to worry about wide receivers not being able to get open. I get it. We lost that first year, 2021. But that's not the time to tear down your team and start over again and roll out there with T.Y. Hilton and Noah Brown, who's probably at Costco's right now, sack and save, looking for a job.
Jerry Jones built a roster that for the first time since 2007 had a player with 1,000 rushing yards, a player with 1,000 receiving yards, a player with 4,000 passing yards, a player with 10 sacks.
All right, so let me stop right here. I love this. I know exactly what stat line he's talking about. And if you look at those playoff games, I love Ezekiel Elliott, man. Shout out to Mama Elliott, Daddy Elliott. I even had him on the podcast. He was willing to put up $10,000. And he never paid that debt to anyone, by the way. 10 bands on saying that my son is not washed. And I get all of that. But did you guys see that run? What Saquon Barkley was able to do in the postseason? If we just had one of those runs, I'd have been like, yeah, that's Dak Prescott's fault. But those 3 times, I haven't seen not one run from Ezekiel Elliott or Tony Pollard or any running back that we had on this team in those playoff runs to even eclipse 15 yards, 10 yards. Matter of fact, if you guys can find me a few clips, and I ain't talking about at the tip because I think in 2023 it was like it was already over with, and then the running back was giving the ball and he bust one open for like 5 to 10 yards. We're like, yeah. But if you guys can find me multitudes of clips when the running back, when after Dak says, yeah, here we go, and that running back get the ball, and it was at least 6 yards, I would say, damn, you're right. You're right. It's Dak Prescott's fault. I haven't seen in the postseason that we were able to eclipse with all of that great stuff that we talked about with Tyler Smith, and Zach Martin. To just give me 6 yards on one run. I couldn't even find it. Matter of fact, you will find it in 2021. I want you to go look at the very first touchdown drive that we were able to get. That was when, and I hate to beat up my guy Ezekiel Elijah Elliott because it definitely wasn't his fault on how things were handled with Kellen Moore and beyond and all of this stuff. It was that series that they put Tony Pollard in. And if you go back and if you watch that touchdown that Dak Prescott was able to throw, it was off of what Tony Pollard was able to exhibit with a few play action because he was gashing him. And don't y'all know how they rewarded Tony Pollard? He touched the ball, I believe, 3 or 4 times, and that was the last time he touched that ball the entirety of the game. It was like to the 20. Play action. Dak drops back, and he threw a nice ball to Amari Cooper to bust it wide open. And when I told him to bring it back, they didn't even brought it back. They said, all right, Tony, here's the bench. For us to get back to the postseason in 2022, I thought that we were running the ball good. We put the ball back into the belly of Tony Pollard for his ankle to get shattered into a million pieces. The Cowboys had no answer to that. We went, and I put this on Dak Prescott too. I think it was 2nd and 2. All we needed was 2 damn yards. We inside our own 20. I think we were inside our own 10 or 15 or something like that. These mother suckers go empty. And I'm sitting here like, we playing a vision-based defense. I think that's before old boy got his coaching job in Texans. I forgot his name, Ryan or something. D'Amico Ryans. Vision-based defense. Matter of fact, my guys, Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, all of them boys, they sitting on the sticks. They literally sitting on the sticks like this. Kelly Moore, Dak, or whoever, they call empty. Let me tell y'all, when it's empty, you give no illusion that this can be a possible run, right? Because they took Zeke and they motioned him out. They slid Dak Prescott slid CeeDee Lamb to the inside in the slot. And they thought that this can spread it out. Not the Eagles, but the 49ers is a vision-based defense. It's a zone-based defense at that time. And they just said, okay, well, shoot, y'all only need 2 yards. I see that, well, you took out the damn running back, so we know that it's a 99% chance that this is going to be a passing play. Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner sat on them sticks instead of CeeDee Lamb running a slant. They call a stop route, meaning that he runs to the damn linebacker, stop his feet, turn for the ball. Fred, all he had to do was just, he put his hands in there, the ball batted slightly, picked off. How many points did we lose to the 49ers in 2022? I think it was 1 possession, if I'm not mistaken. I put that on Dak. For those who say, hey, man, you don't never put nothing on Dak. Because I'm sitting here like, damn, Dak or somebody, you can't force that ball in between traffic. You can lean forward and get 2 yards. But
at Thrasher 88 cents 5. According to Felix Jones has the most yards in a playoff game since 2000 with 148. 2010 against Eagles. Crazy.
Ain't that crazy? Now Thrasher, I appreciate you. Now pull up what Saquon Barkley did in that postseason run when the Eagles were able to win with Jalen Hurts. You know, I just need to know. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, and I know I'm long-winded on this delivery, but we don't have nothing but time. You know what I'm saying? Is that it is what it is. But he's stretching, trying to make a play. That was an interception that we could have not had, right? But I'm looking at the play calling here. Why would you go empty? You can put that on Dak Prescott, but damn it, I'm putting that on coaching. I'm putting that on personnel. And we still in that game. We were in it. But can we be real with ourselves? You beat the 49ers that game. What's next? You think you win in the Super Bowl with those type of plays? You think that all of a sudden you're going to catch fire? I digress. Let's listen to more of this guy.
And a player with 10 interceptions. You have to go back to the 2007 Chargers to find that, and Dak Prescott got that because of Jerry Jones. What happened in that season? Dak Prescott goes to the Bay against the San Francisco 49ers and completely pisses down his leg. That's what happened in that season. Dak Prescott became a punchline because the Dallas Cowboys won 15 straight home games, of which I'm sure the man to my right attended several of, and Dak Prescott plays the youngest team in football, the Green Bay Packers, with an average age of, I believe, 24.9 years old, and Dak Prescott throws not 1, but 2 interceptions, and if I'm not mistaken, an interception for a touchdown. That is why Dak Prescott became a punchline. Dak Prescott did not become a punchline because of Jerry Jones.
And with that team, Green Bay scored 6 out of the 7 drives that they had. They scored touchdowns or something like that. The Cowboys, even at their greatest strength, wouldn't have been able to stop that. Even if we matched going back and forward with each other, you wouldn't going to be able to keep that when your defense. There's literally a play that the tight end was all by himself, nobody within miles of him. And it happened not one time, 2 times. On top of that, the guy that everybody said that he should get paid and all of this stuff, and I hate to bring this up, was Michael Parsons. How many sacks did he have in that game? How many turnovers did he have in that game? What was the impact that he brought to the table? Because there was a lot of folks saying that, man, Parsons is the new identity in the face of this team. I'm still waiting. But I tell you this, to all of the people that can't stand Dak Prescott, that want him gone, and the same people that wanted Tony Romo gone, what quarterback the Cowboys should have picked up versus a Dak Prescott to be able to win in these last 30 years, 30 seasons? That's the thing. Because so many people want to look at it like he is the problem. So you telling me that all the Cowboys had to do is just put Sam Darnold on his team and we would have been able to win those games? All the Cowboys had to do is get rid of Dak Prescott and get a Sam Darnold. Maybe, or if it push come to shove, if we would have had Jalen Hurts here, we would have won that game. We would have won multitudes of games. Dak is so bad that he throws these touchdowns in the regular season, but when it gets to the postseason, he is the only problem. Nobody else. It's not Michael Parsons' problem. It's not those 9 All-Pros problems, right? It's only the quarterback. Mark Sanchez or Johnny Manziel. Come on, baby. Yeah, one of those boys. And if that's the case, if the quarterback is the issue, I need to see why, and can somebody let me know why Joe Burrows? If you just have the quarterback, why Joe Burrows don't have multitudes of Super Bowls right about now, right? How come they haven't been back since 2022? Or how come we talk only about the Cowboys and those factors and nobody mentioned Joe Burrows? Or to a degree, how come nobody's talking about Joshua Allen? Like, how come Josh Allen don't have multitudes of Super Bowls? What's their issue? Why trigger trade? Yeah. Like how? Why is it all, if it's the quarterback lose in the postseason, that is only him that's the issue when it comes to the Cowboys? If Justin Herbert is such a better quarterback than Dak Prescott, how come he don't even have a playoff win, I believe? What's his issue? I need to know why. If we had Justin Herbert here and you move Dak Prescott to the Chargers, you mean to tell me that will it still be no playoff wins for Herb, or we would have had a Super Bowl by now? You know, what's the angle with all of this? I need to know, like how come they don't do segments on Joe Burrows and his issues, or Justin Herbert and his issues? What's the other guy? Trevor Lawrence. Why Trevor Lawrence is not entered into this conversation? Herb, Lawrence, all of those boys, Joe Burrows, all of those boys, guess what? Believe it or not, getting paid $250 million. They all getting paid big money. But somehow, since the APY for the Cowboys is 60, that we get these conversations that, man, Dak Prescott, he's getting all of this money. He's supposed to be able to win. Didn't Deshaun Watson get all of that money? What's his problem? What's his issue? Oh, he like get those massages and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, Bazooka Joe Milton, yeah, put him in there. Because if Jerry Jones built a team like he's lamenting, so great, that we would have no problem of winning the Super Bowl without the quarterback. Because the 2 Super Bowls that the Eagles won, you can argue that they got there. Yeah, the quarterback was decent, but they got there because of their team. In 2017, Carson Wentz, who was better than Dak Prescott, by the way, got hurt. They put in their backup quarterback, and they won the Super Bowl. When will we have those type of opportunities here that other players can stand up? But here in Dallas, in the last 30 years, 30 seasons, it got to be the quarterback. And nobody, mama, uncle, cousin can tell me that if you were to put Dak in that environment, that he won't be better than Nick. Come on, man. And if you can tell me, if you look at Jalen Hurts, if you put Dak in that predicament, you mean to tell me that he wouldn't be able to win in that environment? That Hurts makes the decision such great and grandiose that it dismissed the fact that Saquon Barkley is scoring touchdowns, their defense is forcing turnovers and takeaways, or they can barely move the ball? That Hurts get all of the credit for that, and those other guys don't? Come on, man. Yeah, and it's crazy that we talk about this, Seabass. Jerry fought for Dak getting 60 M's. You're right. When they started the negotiation the very first time, when he got to $40 million, they didn't want to pay him $22 to $25 million. So they let him go into another season. And they was going back and forth. And there was a leak audio and a leak information that the coach said, man, we will pay Dak Prescott easily $35 million. But they let that kid go out there. I talked to Dak Prescott's father. It was me and my guy, my road dog, Boss Cowboy Sports. You see the difference between us and those Eagles guys or Emmanuel Acho? We talk to the players. We talk to the family members. We talk to the coaching staff. And Dak dad was in tears, real tears, and said that this organization and franchise betted against my son. He was in real tears. They bet against my son. What team bet against their own product instead of betting with said product? You could have had Dak for 30 to 35. You could have used that money to go get you another star-studded player. You could have went and got these negotiations done, and there wouldn't be a no trade clause on the contract because now you have trust. So, yes, there's layers to this. The Cowboys treated Dak Prescott as if, though, if we got you, no one else can. You better not go nowhere else because we got you. You are mine. Because we don't want to see you shine anywhere else. That's how they perceived and viewed Dak Prescott. So, yes, he never got a chance to see the open market. But Hurts over there, regardless of the situation and scenario, they believed in their quarterback. They paid him on time and early. They didn't rush him up out of there. They gave him absolutely everything he needed and wanted. Got a run game, got top 5 defense. Oh, you needed another wide receiver? For the long time, for the entirety of his career, he had Smitty. They made moves and acquisitions right during the great time to have an A.J. Brown there. Man, we dealing with guys that's working at Walmart, man. We dealing with guys that was undrafted. We dealing with 7th-string guys, right, that don't even supposed to be out there on the field, named Jalen Brooks. And we supposed to be treated the same. Man, if the Cowboys saw that it's a marketing opportunity for me to be out there, they would run me out there. I'm not finna turn down that check. I'm like, yeah, Jerry, how much you say again? Okay, I'll be out there. You know, Jerry got his hands on all of this. the good parts and the bad parts. And for the life of me, yeah, all wide receivers working at Walmart, Publix, man. I had a guy drop a package out at my front door. I said, hey, man, don't I know you? Yeah. I know you. Hey, man. Hey. Not going to say his name. But yet and still is all Dak Prescott's fault. I can't make this stuff up.
Jerry Jones has gifted Dak Prescott first-round pick after All-Pro on the offensive side of the ball. CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, the year Dak Prescott gets drafted. Tyron Smith is already there. We extend him. Zach Martin, we extend him. Plus other first-round picks.
Boy, you so gone. Zeke wasn't a gift for Dak. Zeke was a gift for Tony. It just worked well for us. So well that the NFL said in 2017, we suspend Ezekiel Elliott for what he did in 2015. And he wasn't even playing for the NFL. These are facts that nobody on this planet can out-debate. So at the end of the day, the moment we even get momentum, it's shut down. There's no mugshot of Ezekiel Elliott. There's no arrest report of Ezekiel Elliott. Kia Roberts, who is the investigator on the situation, said, I see no fault in Ezekiel Elliott doings here. And they still suspended that kid for 6 games. You got people kidnapping folks, running over folks. You can have people that absolutely, Dante Stallworth, that absolutely unalive folks who served less than 6 games of suspension. And I might be off on a little data right there, but hey, I'm just saying, he unalive folks, and he was back out there on the field without the scrutiny and the chastisement from the NFL. Can you imagine unaliving someone and then you are perceived to be a better human being than someone who had some puppy love stuff, that was with a lady who said openly, I'm going to destroy your career, and who, when you went to the Cleveland Browns game in 2016, by it being germane to the same location, because Cleveland Browns are not that far away from Ohio State, that she proceeded to sleep with a football player on your team, not to get back at that player, but to get back at you, right? That was heavy on that young kid. She done slept and knocked off a player on your team, your teammate. And the Cowboys, let me just break this down. Let me just tell y'all how crazy this is. That player, whenever they did a reverse sweep to open up the game, that player averaged 7 to 8 yards per reverse sweep. So instead of just being a man about it, Jerry and Jason Garrett, they looked at Ezekiel Elliott and they coddled him and they said, what we can do to help you out. I can leak it now. I can't be around this guy. I don't want to be around this guy anymore. He slept with my side and she posting it and she's all in my mind. So they decided not to even put that player out there on the field. That rattled the whole entire team in the postseason. We dealing with fucking politics over here in Dallas. But all of a sudden, it's Dak Prescott's fault. If you put I've said his name. If you put Lucky Whitehead in the game, yes, he's not a main piece, he's an ancillary, but what it does is that it keeps the damn Green Bay Packers team honest. Matter of fact, we played Green Bay that year, and Lucky Whitehead was a pivotal point or a reason why we beat Green Bay. So we dealing with that in Cowboys world. See, those are things that people don't know. And I know the Green Bay jumped out on us. They got up all the way 30 points. And I know people look at that reverse sweep play as a play that, hey, Lucky Whitehead. But if you go back to the Steelers game, that long run that Ezekiel Elliott was able to run, Lucky Whitehead. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, can somebody point out one lie that I said? You can call Lucky Whitehead up now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he want, damn, I'm spitting out all of the stuff, but I don't know if he want to really say that now. But it is for what it is. That destroyed that man. And then the following year, they take 6 games away from Zeke. Come on, man. And I know as a guy, it's hard to turn down that. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Should I clap? Should I crack? That's Zeke old squeeze, but man, shoot, she go down. They call her Throatzilla, man. I need to see what that feel like. You know what I'm saying? Can you point out the lies, though? That's what we dealing with Cowboys. But speaking of lucky, you can be lucky too, man. All you got to do is, if you're in the heart of Dallas, right, or the heart of Texas, which is Dallas, travel up about 90 miles to Durant and get a chance to book your stay at Choctaw Casino and Resort.
Away, 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 away. Away, away. Away, 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 away. Away, away. Away, away.
Oh, yes, away, away, away.
There's one chance left for you to win $1 million during the 3 months 3 Millionaires giveaway at Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant. 2 Rewards Club members have already walked away millionaires. And you could be the one to take home the final $1 million prize. The last chance to flip your future is August 22nd. Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant, where millionaires are made.
Yes, indeed. That's August the 22nd when they do the final drawing of that millions of dollars, and we get things going. Yes, indeed. My guy C-Bass said, hey, man, come on, man. C-Bass, work with me, man. I'm trying to get to Oxnard, man, you know. But be sure to book your stay. And with that being said, Choctaw Casino is one of the better casinos in the world, right? And they are a smoke-free facility. And you yourself can win $1 million. And let's get this thing. Make me a millionaire then. Come on, C-Bass. Come on, man. You got to sing the song. Come on. Away, 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 away. Away, away. All right, so with that being said, let's go to our, let me see what time it is. It's 12 o'clock now. Got about a good, strong, we got some time. We got some time. Let's talk about, before I go all the way into the next subject matter, let me talk about my guy.
Emmanuel Ocho. So Emmanuel Ocho had a lot to say on his Speakeasy podcast. Now, Emmanuel Ocho, that's my dog, bro. I'm super proud of everything that you got going on and accomplishing. I told you that the other day. But
now you see now. You fucked up.
You know that, don't you?
Right, so let's cook. So I believe you want to talk about the 2022 playoff loss versus the San Francisco 49ers at home. And I will agree. I think that was a bad performance from Dak Prescott. But if we're going to tell the story, let's tell the full story. Let's talk about how the Dallas Cowboys could not get the run game going. Ezekiel Elliott only had 31 yards. Let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys tying the franchise record in postseason penalties. Right, and postseason penalties versus that San Francisco 49ers team.
14,
let's talk about how on that closing drive, defensively, we could have gotten the ball back, which could have led to the Dallas Cowboys ultimately having an opportunity to win that game, but we had stupid penalties from Randy Gregory that was unnecessary because he had 3 already that game. So I believe that you would know as a football savant, when you're having penalties in a playoff game versus a Kyle Shanahan coach team, you're probably not going to win. But let's not just stop there. Let's keep it going.
Man, I didn't know my guy Jay Tuck gonna bring all this damn heat, boy. Got shades, right, Lord, man. Jay Tuck, damn. I should have started it off with that. Come on, Tuck.
Let's talk about how that San Francisco 49ers team then went on to Green Bay and packed up the #1 seed and held the MVP and Aaron Rodgers to a 22 QPR, right? So they packed up. So maybe just that San Francisco 49ers team was a damn good team, all right? So I get it, wanting to place the blame on Dak Prescott. Now, listen, I'm not saying Dak Prescott is a...
Man, oh, and that was the other point. I used to make that point about 2-3 years ago. Like literally, I made that point about 2-3 years ago. That Aaron Rodgers was looking very pedestrian in that damn game versus the same team that we supposed to beat was the 49ers, right? For some reason, the 49ers beat the brakes off of the Green Bay Packers, and by the Cowboys losing in that game, it gave a cloak or like a magical wand that nobody talked how bad damn Aaron Rodgers was. And he had Devontae Adams, he had Aaron Jones, he had all of those things there, but nobody, MVP. But all of a sudden, it kind of clothed and put this thing that we only talk about Dak Prescott that year. Nobody talks about how Aaron Rodgers at Green Bay was able to lay an egg. Nobody. That's crazy.
Angel by any means. There are some things he could take the blame for, but you have said yourself, hey, you can't blame Dak for all the faults for the Dallas Cowboys. Check the film. Your guy in Chase Daniels, who's a Mizzou guy, but he's pretty damn good, and I love the way he breaks down the quarterback position, just spoke extremely highly about Dak Prescott just a few days ago. So if there's anyone to believe, you probably should believe your co-host, speaking how Dak Prescott is the engine that makes things go in Dallas. Without him, there is nothing. But also to say, piss down his leg for a quarterback that set the franchise record in comeback wins versus your Philadelphia Eagles, or a quarterback who's had 30 winning drives in his career, I think is a little disingenuous. So when it comes to Dak Prescott, the only reason why he does get the criticism that he gets is because of the star, and who has magnified the star is Jerry Jones.
Ooh, boy, look, Tuck, god damn. Look, man, y'all make sure y'all repost and reshare that, man. Oh my God, man, that's just straight ether, fire and everything. With ice, fire and ice, right? That's blue flames. Blue flames are hotter than the other flames that you see. And for some reason, people only bring up that particular playoff game for Dak Prescott in 2021 and dismiss the MVP run that Aaron Rodgers had. It's crazy how much of deodorant that 2010 Super Bowl run for Aaron Rodgers exhibited, because it's 2016, right? How many? Look, my math could be extremely wrong. But how many years? Because I think that Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl in 2010. It could be 2011, but I'm saying 2010. How many years ago that was? And people still give kudos and credence to even Mike McCarthy for what he did in 2010. So as great as that doggone guy Aaron Rodgers is, how come he wasn't able to win? And he had a loaded, stacked team. They had a better defense than us that year. And on top of that, they had Devontae Adams, and Aaron Jones, the running back. Come on, baby. Hoo-hoo-wee. All right. Matter of fact, since we press for time, man, if y'all want to, I don't even have to bring up those 105.3 the fan takes, man. I want to hear y'all takes, man. And no offense to my people over there, but they was talking about what is Dak worth on the trade market. That's neither here nor there. Concerns about CD drops. That's last season. Parker has the most pressure on his shoulders. We don't need to talk about that. And can Sam, how well can he handle the offensive which is needed? We don't need to talk about that. We'll just talk to you guys, and that way I give you guys a little bit more time. And that can be all brought to you by our proud sponsors here.
It starts from the first phone call. most of the time you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Yeah, that's Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers, backed by a combined of 100 years of quality experiences here in Texas. Be sure to reach out to our proud partners. And also with Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers, if you can't dial that number, just visit frankelfirm.com.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who
Phone lines provided to you and presented to you by Chalk Talk. I got from the 979. You're live on the Nation. DP, talk to me, man.
Man, well, wait a minute, man. We're going to have to redo this, man.
When I tried, but when I held that 9, DP. Hey, I need more than the 9 now, man. I need like a 45 for keeping it live, baby, because, boy, they got me hot over here, man, about this whole thing, about Troy Aikman not being better than Jalen Hurts. Like, come on, I get the argument to a smaller degree if you want to throw Dak in there, but don't mess with my boy Troy, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Nah, but I was just messing with you about that, man. But in all seriousness, yeah, man, I'm not the least bit concerned about the Eagles, man. They always want to, throw their bird droppings everywhere like usual, man. Like you said, man, they so concerned about us, man, but they still at the bottom, man. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I can't stand Philly. Philly cheesesteaks, the city of brotherly love, my ass. Almost went off anyway. But in all seriousness, I know you pressed for time, but like, for me, I remember I was getting into it with another content creator, but he's gonna remain nameless.
Mm-hmm.
But Seabass, he knows what I'm talking about, and he's a big fan of Jerry. He loves everything about Jerry, and look, and that's if people who love Jerry, that's on y'all.
Right.
But anyways, we always have back and forth, but our last recent back and forth, I low key think dude was being kind of disrespectful to me, questioning my faith and all that kind of things of that nature. But yeah, man. So yes, like I said, my boy C, the guy was telling me I was being out of pocket and things of that nature. But I decided to be the bigger person, and let it ride, man, because, getting older, I ain't about to do no back and forth like that with another grown man.
Right.
But anyways, this has always been my mindset when it comes to the team, mainly front office. And it's been like that, man, since I started being able to learn more about football. My question has always been, has Jerry been able to put the team in a position to not just win, but compete? And in my opinion, for the most part, you can say 2014, but 2016, but I can't really think of too many others. Well, 2007 too, but like, especially like since Dak has been here,
right?
I just feel like Jerry has never put the team in a position to be able to just go out and compete, And I say that because, we go up against these top teams and we getting the blows blown off of us. Like the 49ers game, the Buffalo games, the Packer game in the playoffs and things of that nature. You can only get by so long with getting guys from what's that other league? Not the Arena League, but CFL and things of that nature. We've seen times when, the Cowboys had a bunch of money in salary cap and Jerry sit on his hands and give guys like Dontario Poe, who didn't even make it on the team the whole doggone season.
Right.
And we thought just because, he a big dude, pause was necessary, we thought that, he was going to, help us out, and he didn't.
Right.
So that's always been my mind. That's always been my mindset, and, some people will look at me and tell me, I'm always negative and things of that nature. And like, I'll be honest, man, I don't really care what a lot of folks think about my mindset, because I'm not here to sell hopium and pipe dreams. But I don't want to keep going on because I know you got people online. You know you got a principal. I'll just simply say this: they're definitely made better moves this off season. The off season moves they made were better this year. Yes.
Right.
Do I still think they need more? Yes. I'm still worried about linebacker play. Man, yeah. And
Man.
That's my baby in the
Now
background.
that just means the nation is growing, man. That's a Cowboy fan in the back. So yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and just log off, man.
No, you good.
Yeah, but that's my mindset. Appreciate it, Lyle.
No doubt, man. Yes, indeed. I love that, man. Here's my thoughts. You need both. You need to have a person that's optimistic, and then you need that pessimistic person. You need all of those things, and faith and all of this stuff. Man, nobody knows the day nor the hour when your name is going to get called. Now there will be signs and wonders, man, of things to come. There's always a sign. You just don't wake up out of the bed and then your heart explode. It's a gradual thing. You know when your health is at risk. You know when you got to push that plate away. You know that you didn't supposed to eat that Twinkie. You know you don't supposed to be eating sweet stuff late at night. And there's always a sign. You get the shakes. You know what you're doing too much of. So that life always give you opportunities to make the necessary adjustments. Is what I'm getting at. But where you get arrogant and dismiss stuff is when you get those signs and those warnings and you dismiss it, right? You get that tire pressure light to cut on you. And you say, man, I can go another 30 miles, 50 miles. And then you get mad at the tire for when your tire explode on you. No, it gave you a warning sign. When that light on, I'm just using cars because we can relate to that. The check oil light on, hey, it's not on just to make things look cute. It means you got to check that oil. It's time to swap it out and change it. There's people right now riding on E with fumes and stuff. You ever jumped in the car with somebody and they say, man, I just know my car, man. Man, get in, man. Like, dog, man, go get some gas, man. Here's $30, man. Get some gas. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. The Cowboys don't prepare themselves for those rainy days. I'm telling people right now, I may help somebody. You got an interview tomorrow. Don't wait till the morning of to get your clothes and ironed and pressed. Press them the night before or the day before. Map out your destination on how you get there. Map out multiple destinations on how you get to that appointment. Don't be on time. Be there early. Anything can happen. You can get jelly on your shirt, right? So be prepared. Make sure you have an extra shirt, right? There's so many things that you can prepare yourself for. Or if you get jelly on your shirt when you walk through the door, let that be an opening talking point, right? But Jerry, he operates differently. There's no sense of urgency with him. There's no, hey, I'm going to look into the future. There's signs and wonders. Okay, my starting linebacker's out. I'm not finna convert mid-season a safety that's 215 pounds to be my linebacker. Because historically, you don't win that way. I'm on the waiver wires, I'm on the phone, and I'm trying to bring in quality competition so that I know for sure that if I need to stop a run, that I got somebody that can ultimately stop the run. That's insurance. It's in the name of what it is. Insuring. Right? There's people right now without insurances. Whole life, half life, any life. Get you some. I'm not a rep, but go get you some insurance. I'm talking to my people now in the melanated community. Man, I'm tired of us going for broke when you get your loved ones to pass away. Don't you know how much money is spent and all of these GoFundMe accounts, get you some barrier insurance. Go get you some stuff so that you can secure when things go bad. Put some money away for the rainy day. Jerry, fans that's watching around, shout out to you, DP, man. Thank you so much. My kids never let me be great, laughing my ass out. My bad, Lord. No, you good, bro. You good. And I'm going to tell y'all, if you have massive insurance, where it's a big, grandiose payoff, I'm talking to my community of people, and all of y'all my community, but I'm talking about a certain sector of my community of people. And you're talking about wrongful death or this cop and this officer did it, man, let you have some big old policies. I guarantee you, we're going to look into this. You know, New York and Life got a $5 million policy out. We're going to make sure that everything, all corners are covered, you know, because we got to pay this money. We're going to pay for the private investigator to see how this man, we're going to pay for this and we're going to pay for that because we don't want to pay the $5 million now, you know. So get you some good premium. Like when I'm gone from this earth, I may be worth more dead than alive right now. I shouldn't be saying that live, but shoot, I'm just telling y'all for what it is. I'm secured. We secured. So that my offsprings won't have to go through what I'm going through. You see what I'm saying? That's securing your future. So that it won't be a burden on everybody. And you're accepting one person to take care of everything. Like I had to do in the last 3 to 4 years since my mama passed. The burden was all on me. So that's life. I'm telling y'all life right now. And that's how Jerry been operating. He operates like like with no insurances or no insurance that if this running back can't get you at least 2 yards, how you going to win games? How you going to secure the future? You should be able to see this. The regular season magnifies things that when it gets to the postseason, if you can't, damn it, if you need 2.5 yards and you can't get it in the regular season against good teams on the ground, when you get to the postseason, you won't be able to get it there. So that's why you got to make sure you can secure the answers to the test in the regular season. So when they say what this quarterback can't win big games in the regular season, well, it's going to mirror the postseason. It's not finite to the quarterback, meaning that you now got to secure everything. When you look at it, it's easier if you are a quarterback on a team, whereas you got Saquon Barkley giving you 4 and 5 yards per tote, and now you got the wide receivers that you don't have to depend on only one when you got AJ going to account for 2 people, and then you got Smitty that you still got to cover over the top. Now you putting stresses on teams. And then when the other team get the football, you got not just one person getting sacks. You got Jordan Davis in the middle just pushing the pocket back. You got Jalen Carter getting at the quarterback. And now you got defense. That's how it's supposed to work. You can stop the run, force team to be one-dimensional. Not depending on the quarterback. Oh, shucks. If the quarterback don't score on the first 2 opening drive, the defense is going to suffer. That's been the Cowboys even since the days of Tony Romo. That if Tony can't get out there and score first and play with the lead, we're not winning. It takes a miracle for us as this defense to turn things around, even in the age of Tony Romo. If DeMarcus Ware's not having a good game, and if Sean Lee is not healthy, we losing. If Tony Romo don't throw for 300 yards. That's how it been for the last 30 years, 30 seasons. If you can find somebody, now, outsiders, they will look at it and say, well, it's on Tony Romo. Outsiders will look at it and say, well, it's on Dak Prescott. But for those who watch every single Cowboy game, multitudes of times, more than once, not from an analytical aspect, but from an overall aspect, more than just analytical, but looking at the political and the politics of the game, there's nobody, analyst, that's on that TV that have enough time that's committed like we do. So Emmanuel Acho, he don't have enough bandwidth and time to be committed like we do. He don't have the intimate moments like we do when we go back and watch the game from cover to cover. We watch these games. We see the politics that's in these games. We see that they trying to distribute the ball to this guy, and they try not to distribute the ball to this guy because they don't want to pay. Now, we got to leverage that and still be happy and go lucky because we love this team. We don't like this team. I wish sometimes we just like this team, but we love this team. So we dismiss some of the things when the owner speak 3 times a week, when the son of the owner speak 3 times a week, when all of the politics stuff is around here, we still be happy-go-lucky for the last 30 years, 30 seasons. Let me know if I said one lie, and I'll hush. I'll hush. You can't find it. Nobody put the pressure on their players more than the Cowboys. They should have been running after 2014 to pay Dez Bryant. They should have been saying what we can do to keep DeMarco Murray. They should have been saying, Tony, what do we need to do to run this stuff back? You need help on defense, and the craziest thing is we get help on defense and Tony goes down because you got rid of DeMarco Murray. You had a guy that was stealing draws and colognes, whiffed on the block, had Hicks shattering Tony Romo's collarbone. Dez Bryant was fighting for his money. All of the metatarsos on his teeth, on his feet and stuff was gone. Because he held out all through training camp for his money. And then we go around and we go around and we go around and we talk about, hey, the Cowboys the most valued franchise. To treat every single player like SHI, you can put T on it. Every major player we had got to fight for their money. Whereas other teams, you wake up at midnight. You wake up literally at midnight. What you saying? You know what I'm saying? That dude got paid $80 million. That dude got paid $40 million. There was no loan negotiation. There was no talking back, biting, talking bad about him. Oh, he got traded midnight? Oh my goodness. They got four draft picks for this guy? Whereas, man, we a parade a guy. We had a whole parade. And don't even get him. Yeah, it'd be crazy. You know, it'd be like, hey, Earl Thomas come run up to the coach. Hey, come get me. Don't get him. You know what I'm saying? Good quality premium players. I say, come get me. I'm willing to play for the Cowboys. Don't even pick up the phone to call a Derrick Henry. We good. We got Rico. And then you get some simple-minded fans that would say, yeah, that's good, but we don't need an old running back. We got Rico. He did just the amount of yards that Derrick Henry did. Oh, we don't need the Honey Badger. You're right. He got broke knees. There's a lot of Cowboy fans that got the Stockholm syndrome. I see you in the chat, Jerry, but I've just got to say this. There's a lot of people that would lean and say, yeah, Jerry, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're doing right. Don't pay Dak Prescott early. He's not worth that money. We can do money. Get rid of that. For Jerry to end up paying Dak. I'm sitting there like, God, dog, why even go back and forth for a whole year? Did the same thing for D-Law. I'm looking for a war daddy. I'm looking for a war daddy. You got your war daddy, but you had to beat him up and say that, hey, he may be good, but he's not a Khalil Mack. Who does that? Hey, man, I got my wife, man. I clapped them Chiefs last night, but she ain't a Holly Berry. But, hey, you know, I clapped last night. Who say that type of stuff, man? Cowboys. You get what I'm saying? That's what we do on a consistent basis. We cry about playing our own guys, and then we pay them. We immediately piss down their back, slap it around, and say, hey, that just rain. Yeah, man, we'll pay CeeDee Lamb, but he ain't Jay Cheddar. Well, we'll pay Dez Bryant, but he ain't Megatron. That come from the Cowboys. Yeah, I think about paying Parsons, but man, he ain't a Myles Garrett. It goes on and on and on. They talk too much. They're going to have 3 or 4 press conferences spitting on the same ideology that, hey, we got to worry about the pie. You haven't heard no alibi pie or anything that's in the sky from other tapes. Talking about, yeah, we got to, the pie. The Rams finna go back to the Super Bowl probably. And they got more pies. I got Mike, man, from the 757. You live on the Nation.
What up, Law? What up, Law?
Oh,
Glad you got. I was about to pull off real quick, man.
I know. You know, this dude, he the wrong pastor. Come on. Yeah, what's good, man?
Yeah, man. I you know what? I agree about the Dak Prescott receiving a lot of hate, but I'm like, I don't want to sound like I'm playing both sides of the
right.
But I don't blame Jerry Jones neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jerry Jones has put some masterful rosters together even before Dak Prescott's time with the Dallas Cowboys. Remember that year we had T.O., Tony Romo,
13 Pro Bowlers,
Marion Barber?
Yeah,
13 freaking Pro Bowlers.
13.
And we going to sit here and say, and they weren't all offense.
You got hold on, Mike. You got kids?
Oh yeah.
Two. Are they old? Are they old enough to drive? How old your kids are?
Nah, they babies. They babies.
They're babies. All right, that's a better example. So when they get 15, 16, if I give them a Ferrari, would they know what to do with it?
Probably not.
That's Jason. That's Jason Garrett. I like it doesn't matter how many Pro Bowlers, all of these people. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Jerry Jones can assemble a great team together, but without somebody that knows how to handle that, they ain't gonna do nothing but wreck it. They're gonna have scrapes and scratches all over their Ferrari. So that's what I'm getting at with Jerry. Like, if that year we had 13 Pro Bowlers, and if you had a Bill Parcells, we with it.
Yeah.
You know, it won't be this old conversation about.
But let me ask you this,
go ahead.
Because the whole discrepancy with Bill Parcells is T.O.
Right.
Who would you rather had? And I know this is coach versus player.
Right.
Would you rather had T.O., probably like a top 3 wide receiver in the league, or would you rather have Bill Parcells?
At the time when we made that initial for T.O., he was 32 years of age. Right, he was already.
He was still balling,
phenomenal.
Like he was 21.
Yeah. He was balling like he had some type of time machine. And T.O., I saw him the other day. He looked like he could still run. Right.
That's my boy.
Yeah. But T.O. brought those such a volatile thing, right? Because everywhere he's been either outspoken, a quarterback killer, and then you had the youth of a Tony Romo who was just trying to get his feet wet. I see from both arguments, I look at Bill Parcells as it relates to that and saying, it's not time to anoint Tony. Let me handle this. Let me slowly build him to what he needs to become. Because T.O., yes, he's going to get all – T.O. is like steroids on a bodybuilder, right? It's like, you got all them gains. Yeah, you got all them gains. But that's just the quick fix. I'm trying to build this character of Tony Romo that he don't need to have a T.O. to win games, right? And when you have two different visions, then you get what you get from what the Cowboys got, a guy that you can't really control, and it stunts the growth of your quarterback. That's how Bill Parcells was looking at it. But Jerry was looking at it from the aspect, I got T.O. now. We got the best wide receiver. Come on, let's go, man. Let's go win, baby. Yeah, let's go win. Yeah.
Now, here's the other side of that.
Right.
Now, we trying to weed out players for coaches. So remember, I love Mike McCarthy for his 12-5, 3 seasons, man.
Yeah.
I love that man for that. Honestly, I think we got a better coach now. I was hard on Schottenheimer when we first hired him because I ain't know nothing about him besides him being the offensive coordinator. But now I'm like, oh no, I could tell he's in Jerry Jones' office because we went hard on the defense. Jerry don't never go hard on the defense like this.
Yeah.
I see so many new defensive faces. I'm like, bro, this is like a whole new team. Like we clearly got a whole new culture going on up in Dallas.
We do.
But I don't want to blame Jerry Jones for assembling a roster that's good enough to get to the playoffs, and then when we get to the playoffs, the players forget how to play. Remember, Dak Prescott, when he threw them 3 interceptions against Green Bay, or 2, 3, whichever number, he was second in MVP votes.
Yeah.
That's strange to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that to me, that's, I ain't gonna say alarming, because Dak is a top, to me, Dak is like a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
Dak is a top, especially after last season. You couldn't tell me anything else.
Yeah.
Like, I would look at you strange if you try to put a lot of people over Dak at this moment. But it's like, why when we get to the offs, we just start lacking in production? It just doesn't make sense. I feel like, to me, from a person that used to play football, I'm blaming us as players. I'm looking at the players like, bro, we running the same shit we ran all season. What's going on?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do we see different here? So that's my whole thing about Jerry. I think it's a mix. Players and Jerry Jones has definitely been in the mix of kind of screwing us over a little bit, not paying Dak on time and not playing certain players on time. But this roster is still good enough.
But Mike, now I know how much you fought for the other Mike. Remember, I said, shoot, I'm going to start calling you Mike McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? I remember these conversations, Mike. Yeah, you was lobbying for him. But to get back to, like, the Jerry, you said you got kids, right? And if they go in your house and they leave their water on and they keep those lights on, and I gave this analogy many of times, right? Who they gonna build? The energy company? Are they gonna build your kids, or they gonna build Mike? You know, I'm gonna say your whole government name. They gonna build you.
You know what's funny? That's actually happened to me. My daughter, she's 6, and she got a bathroom upstairs, and the flapper wasn't flapping on the inside, and the water just kept running.
Right.
And we were so unaware of it, keep running, and then we get a bill that was crazy. I said, "What the man? We had to pay that joint."
You had to pay.
I ain't never seen a water bill that high. Yeah, you're right. I had to pay.
You had to pay. So you Jerry in this situation, Mike. So the honest do go to you, because ultimately we didn't make them kids. You made them kids, right? We didn't hire Mike McCarthy. Jerry hired Mike McCarthy. Jerry hired Jason Gary. Jerry. So that's how I look at it, man. I know that Jerry, not all is bad. Like, Mike, you not all is bad, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. But at the end of the day,
bad and good.
Yeah, you got bad and good. But the good do outweigh the bad. Jerry Jones' good do outweigh the bad. But what we trying to tell Jerry is that he don't even have to do all of the stuff that he do. He can sit back as a multi-billionaire, not a billionaire, but a multi, and get the greatest of the greatest coaches in the building, right? There's no salary cap to that. And sit back and hush. You don't have to do 3 or 4 press conferences a week. You can just do 1, right? Or don't do none at all. And let this team be a team instead of it being that you got to be bigger than the star. That's what we're saying collectively, because this team been top-heavy. It haven't been a well-balanced team.
Right. Oh, let me put my seat. And last question I got for you, man.
Talk to me, man.
How many people did you laugh at in their face when George Pickens signed that tag, man? I was giving people hell, because I was like, "Ooh, y'all so afraid for him to come back to Dallas this season," because you seen what he did last. Right. There was no doubt in my mind when I listened to George Pickens talk. And then when I listened to Jerry Jones talk about George Pickens, talk about he's like poetry in motion or whatever he said about, I said, oh, he's gonna be here next year. I said he looks like he having some good fun right now, man. Right. Man, I laughed in so many people's face because I already knew the writing on the wall. Yeah,
it's crazy, but it's still much the same, because George Pickens,
you gotta work on it.
You got to work on a deal, because the cheapest he'll ever be is today, right? And so next year the price is going to be higher, So Jerry got to get his
gonna be higher.
The cap, and he got to get his affairs in order because CeeDee Lamb is going to be like, hey, it's my turn, right? It's other people going to be turned. So it never stops. So that's the difference is between a company that's a mom and pop operated versus a company that's operating off of a big budget. They got other people that's smarter than you that handling money and handling those things. But the Cowboys tend to run this like a mom and pops, and they're slow on the trigger, whereas other companies, they are already 5 to 10 years ahead of us, you know. So that's the only problem. That's the only problem with the Cowboys and Jerry. Man, I appreciate you, Mike.
Yes, sir. Have a good one. Have a good one, Law. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. And I used that analogy before. It's like it's good when you're making about $30,000 to $40,000 a year. It's good to get Willie Earl or Tyrone or your auntie and them to do your taxes. But the moment you start making $150,000, $200,000 a year or $1 million, you can't get the same folks that turn on TurboTaxes and do your taxes anymore. You're gonna have to be financially responsible of making sure that you get real people that know how to handle those things. If not, then there's no discrepancies with the IRS on who you are. They would take your ass straight to jail, right? For not doing taxes properly or not accounting for the things that you're earning. And the Cowboys, when they dismiss all of that stuff and they are moving a little bit too late on certain things, it affects in the small micro affections on all of this stuff. And now we're looking at it from a micro aspect, and the whole thing pretty much waters down what you've been doing on a macro. You see what I'm saying? But it is for what it is. I got from the 903, you're live on The Nation. Talk to me, common sense. Come on, talk to me, man.
Law Nation, the GOAT. What's going on, my brother?
Man, all is well, man. Thank you, man, for all the support you've
Hey,
been doing.
brother, you know me. I don't call in often, but when I do, if something touch me, and I have to voice my opinion.
Most certainly, bro.
So if you in the chat can bear with me for a moment.
Go ahead, man.
Try my best to
I got
get
extra
this
time.
out, and
Extra time. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to solve this from now until forever. Okay? The problem with the Cowboys has always been Jerry Jones.
Uh-huh.
Law, forgive me if I get emotional.
Go ahead.
But you know my story. Matter of fact, can you hear me okay, Law?
I can hear you. Okay, you got me on speakerphone or anything? Because you're just a little muffled, but I can hear you good, you know.
It gets a little bit better?
Yeah, it's a whole lot better. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Law, you know my story. For those in the chat that don't know, 2007, I lost my son.
Mm-hmm.
I was 22 years old. I had already had 2 daughters at the time, and then I had another daughter in 2010. So I have 3 girls. Okay. The problem that I'm going to address is simply on Jerry Jones, because the problem that I see has always been with me as the general manager of my family.
Ooh, I like that way you putting it.
By me losing my son and focusing on the loss of my son and all the things that I missed, because that is my only son. His name was Lamar Jr. That was my only son. Some of those factors deterred me from my other 3 daughters. Now, I am a good father. I am not the best father because of that. I focused so much on all the things that I did not get with my son that there was a lot of things with my daughters that I missed. Without going too deep into it, Law, just last week, my middle daughter, who's now 21 years old, told me she's about to be a mother. So I am about to be a granddad.
Oh man, congratulations on that, brother.
Thank you,
yes,
sir.
indeed,
Thank
man.
you, sir.
Congratulations.
Okay. Now to tie this all in with the Cowboys, right? I focused so much on one thing that it deterred me from other things that needed my attention. Jerry Jones has said out his mouth, we go as far as the quarterback takes us.
Okay.
There is no other NFL team that says that. Not one.
Not one, yeah.
The problem with that motto and that saying is that when you get into playoffs, you have now forced all your opponents to focus on one dimension of football and to stop it, to eliminate you. There is two dimensions to every side of the ball. There's a run game, there's a pass game. There's a run defense, and there's a pass defense. Every playoff game that the Cowboys have lost, we have been one-dimensional.
Break it down.
There hasn't been a run game.
Woo! Come on with it.
There hasn't been a run defense. It's only been a pass game. Who is the leader of the pass game? Dak Prescott. But who's focused on letting that be the main reason that your team is going to be successful? Jerry Jones. If you stop the pass game of the Cowboys, you stop the Cowboys, because Jerry Jones will not look at the other aspects of his children and understand the fact that you need more than just what you lost or more than what you're just focusing on. You have to have both sides of the ball. You have to have both dimensions of the ball. I hate this because it makes it seem like we're all Dak Prescott apologists, and we're not. Dak Prescott has the ability to do what we need to do. But in order for a child or anybody to do what they need to do, you have to instill in them the weapons that they need to accomplish the goal. If you're not going to do that, then what are we talking about?
Facts, man. Facts.
You can win against the Giants and the Eagles and the Washington Commanders and win your division with one side of the ball being okay. You cannot do that in the playoffs. You can't.
Can't be one dimension.
So to everybody out there that wants to blame Dak Prescott, to everybody out there that wants to see what's wrong with the Cowboys, it starts and ends with the head of the household.
Boy.
Point blank and period. No more of this. We're not finna do this. And the biggest mistake Jerry made, and Law, I love you. You know I love you. So I'm gonna do a hard out after this one, Law. The biggest mistake Jerry Jones made is allowing the world to disrespect his star player. Love you, Law. Have a good one, bro.
A lot of people won't catch that. A lot of people won't catch that. Oh, my God, man. A lot of people won't catch that. And then I love the way that he just didn't direct that 100 grand, just hold tight for me. I love the fact that he just didn't say Dak Prescott. We heard it multitudes of times. Zeke who, right? As jokingly as it could be. We heard multitudes of times. Amari Cooper, what? You know, we heard a multitudes of times. Even when it was time for Tony Pollard to make his big run. Don't y'all know we had the ingredients here of Zeke times a Tony? But we let Zeke run all the way to the ground, and then it was Tony. We heard it with DeMarcus Lawrence. And if you are old enough, you can go all the way back to DeMarcus Ware with the broke back and neck, you know, for him to still have pedigree enough to expound upon knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the game for Denver. Man, common sense, speaking a lot of common sense, man. And a lot of folks don't get it. We've been looking at it only as Tony Romo, only as Dak Prescott for 30 years. They haven't been here for 30 years. Jerry been. I'm not trying to beat up Jerry Jones. I'm not saying that he's all wrong, right? But he complicit to a lot of stuff. I mean, he's controlling to a lot of stuff. Condolences out to my guy Common Sense, though. And at the same breath, congratulations on his loved one, his offspring is finna have a baby. I pray that it's a boy. Maybe that can be Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to my guy 100 grand with the plan from the 201. You live on the Nation, boy. All right, what's good with you, man?
to expound upon what he said. And you know what has shifted, Law?
Okay. Getting back to modern
What
day.
Jerry Jones has been running was he saw the play with the 4-letter networks and the 3-letter networks talking about the Cowboys and how much money was being made. So he was the guy. I could stir the pot and give them something to talk about.
Right.
He stopped doing that now.
He did.
He's not doing that now. He ain't even talking. He's just sitting back, making all the right moves. And all they tried to make the Pickens thing a dang. But it really wasn't a thing because they talked to the boy before they did it. It's not the 3-letter networks try to make it seem like the Cowboys did all this and Pickens ain't have no knowledge. That's why Pickens came out and said, I'm playing on the tag. I have no problem playing on the tag. Let's go to work.
Yeah.
The 4-letter and 3-letter networks got more of a problem with this thing than Pickens do.
True.
Did.
You own the money, man. You own it.
So this is the shift that was made. So now the Cowboys are operating just like winning teams.
Yeah.
We wasn't doing that in the past 30 years. Jerry Jones always had something to say. If you was a great player in Dallas, we was going to play games with your money. But if you was a hurt player, we'll pay you right away. And that goes for everybody, not even the quarterback, not just the quarterback. That goes for any great player in Dallas. We going to play with your money.
Hey, 100 grand.
We going to make you.
This is what I like what you did. You stirred it back to like the positive things because we can beat up Jerry all day, right? And at least, God on his truth, at least we can see that things have been changing, right? It's just hard to see it now for some because it's nothing tangible that you can touch. So, yeah, you're right, man. This offseason been a boring offseason, which is good. You know, it's bad to a degree to some content creators and some of us over here, bad for the 3-letter, 4-letter network because there's no material. But, man, give me this slow stuff, man, where we talking about, you know it's bad, 100 grand. When we entertaining Jalen Hurts versus the damn Troy Aikman.
Exactly.
You
got to come up with time.
It's bad. The Eagles don't have no content to talk about.
Here's the deal. Now, some content creators got to think. And not just be handed topics.
Yeah.
You got to think about something to talk about.
Yeah.
And stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to do what the 4-letter networks is doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
and it's, but I would rather it be like this.
Yeah.
Because these are the teams that win Super Bowls when you fly under the radar. The only blemish is the Pickens thing that people got to talk about because they didn't pay Pickens. But come on, who would pay a guy? This is your first year acting right. You came off what you came off years before. We need to see progress. Who else would say, you know what, to get all that, we're going to pay you? You won't do that to your kids.
Okay.
If your kids was bad all school year, summertime come, I'm going to take you to Disney World because you was good the last week of your school year. You are not doing that.
Yeah.
So I respect the Cowboys for doing the Pickens thing, and that lets Pickens know, okay, man, I really gotta grow, man. I really gotta show this more maturity. I really gotta come out here and ball. That puts a battery in his back to do great things, and to let him know, I can't just be good one day and bad 64 days, and I get what I want. No.
I get that whole temperament too, though. You know, that's why I still say that he's the cheapest he will be today, but you're right. Sometimes
I understand that. I understand that. And then what people are not factoring in, Law. CeeDee Lamb said, "I give some money back so that we could keep Pickens here." Dak Prescott said, "I give some money back so that Pickens can stay here." They wasn't talking about their contract that they got now. They was talking about
future
this next contract.
Okay, I hear you,
Idiots.
boy. You cooking with fire too.
They wasn't talking about that.
Yeah.
You think, why would I get, what? Oh, Dak Prescott going with 300 and whatever million. You don't need that money. He already got life-changing money. Even if he take 10% of that and give it to Pickens, he's still good. The same thing with CD, stupid. Like, people don't think. They just say things. I understand. They just say things for shock value. They don't really think about what they say. They just say it because it sounds good, and yeah, I'm gonna piss people off. This would be a good topic. They don't really think. And as far as the Jerry Jones with the Pro Bowlers and all this and that, listen here. He was concentrated on what makes you money, Law, the offense.
Yeah.
So he didn't care about the defense. This is the first year Jerry Jones said, you know what? Really? Matter of fact, I won't say that because it started with Dan Quinn. And he seen, you know what, I got to do more. And then he went back and got a trash coach and see, oh, man, we going backwards here. Got the last two coaches. We going backwards here. No, I got to put as much time in on this defense as I do the offense because I want to win the ring now. That is the shift. And you got to concentrate on it all. We didn't do that in the past 30 years. All we did was offense. We might get one defensive player here, a defensive player there. But what hurt us? Sean Lee went down. What happened? Defense is done. Sean Lee's gone. See what I'm saying? And it was the same with the offense, too. A guy on the offensive line go down, the whole offense is gone. A wide receiver go down, the whole This is the year we said we're going to concentrate on depth. And we're going to concentrate on the defense. Let's go. Let's go.
Man.
All right, Law.
Man, you cooking with kerosene, man. Oh, my gosh. We can't eat this food. We can't eat this because it's got kerosene on it. But, man, look. I love the way you twist it back to the positivity because I hate when it's just only on one side. I don't want to pile on Jerry. And the thing is, before you go, I know people are selective hearers too and listeners.
They are.
Because even when we critique Dak, it's not like we're saying that Dak is like he got no spots or no blemishes.
Oh, he don't.
Yeah. So
but
what
if you got a Tony Pollard, when we gave Tony Pollard all that money and he went down, who we had to replace him?
Zeke he averaged 2.4 yards per tote in that game when Tony went down. They had to put Zeke back in, and then Malik Davis was running like his hair was on fire. And what they did to Malik Davis was terrible because they was like him and Kellen Moore, or you call him Kevin Moore, got into it, and they didn't put Malik Davis. That goes back to sensitive ass coaching. Like it pisses me off so much that you go all year long, right, with this whole particular situation, and you get a little sensitive. I'm just trying to win the game, I don't give a dog. Lucky could have been with Gene Jones, you know what I'm saying? I need hey, Lucky, I'll call you back. Lucky could have been with her. If Lucky in 2016 would have been able to spring forth some plays for us, then you do that. I'm trying to win, yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
And then that's another reason with Jerry Jones. Why would you bring Zeke back? To sell jerseys. Zeke is back. Let's make some money.
Yeah, 15.
This year it's different. It's different, Law. It's different. I made the money. Jerry Jones is like, all right, forget the money. I'm trying to win now.
Yes, indeed, man.
Trying to win now. Only time you seen the space, I was shocked. When the AT&T commercial, I said, there go, Jerry.
There you go. There you go, my buddy. But, man, I appreciate you, 100 grand. Thank you, man. Yes, indeed.
All right, man.
Yes, indeed, man. Too Cool was next, but he gone, man. But shout out to Too Cool for waiting, man. I know.
Goodbye.
Appreciate everybody, man, that wanted to call in, that couldn't get in, but I got to bounce. It's just one of those things, man, in closing, that we have to bring up, that not all is bad, right? We can't point the finger all on Jerry, right? We can't point the finger all on Dak Prescott. But the common denominator is Jerry. Jerry been here for a long time, not a short time. And the craziest thing of it all is that Tony and Dak got the same amount of playoff wins, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and the same set of issues. Whereas we either top heavy or we get to the postseason, the defense disappears. There's no other person that you can rely upon when you get to the postseason. And if they do, you will finally see a win. Like when we beat Detroit that year, we saw everybody was putting their hands into the mix. You saw Terrence Williams catching a touchdown, falling forward for 30 yards for a touchdown. You saw D-Law, a rookie at the time, forcing a sack fumble, right? A scoop, and not a score, but at least a scoop that you can give the ball back to your offense. That was necessary. If that play didn't exist, we probably had another loss. Defense helps you, right? But what happens is that people focus only on the quarterback here in Dallas, and he gets all of this conversation that's going, right? It takes a multitudes of situations. And if I offended anybody with the Jerry Jones joke with Gene Jones, but I hope all is well with Gene, Charlotte, and all of that. But I'm just making a joke. I hope people don't take that personally. I forgot that I'm on different networks now. But I just want to let people know that it takes a complete team, not just one individual, right? And Jerry, if you look back all the way on that documentary about Netflix, which last season, that what it was all about. It was about Netflix. And Netflix this, Netflix that, Netflix this, the gambler, how he gambled and made the team and all of this stuff. But the most important part of that documentary was Gene was saying to Jerry, you got to fix this. She didn't want Jimmy to go. She understood. If you kept Jimmy, and I know two alpha males, two heads banging against each other, pause if necessary, somebody going to have to take the lesser light. The sun don't supposed to collide with the moon. There's a greater light, lesser light. But both lights are necessary. You take that damn moon away, maybe you don't have the night tides, right? You take the sun away, man, this planet going to go crashing, and burning up into some other stuff, right? You take the sun away, right? Winter is coming, right? So you need both balances of life. You need the circle of life. We look at all of this stuff. It took 30 years to realize Scar wasn't that bad. If it wasn't for Scar, I'm talking about Lion King. That's how crazy I am. Well, Scar wasn't that bad. He said, man, if it wasn't for me, Mufasa, you would have been dead. You couldn't swim. I saved you. I saved you, man. I brought you into my home, my crib. You took my birthrights, basically. Scar was the good one. But Scar couldn't handle his emotions. He liked it. He liked that woman. He liked it. I forgot her name. He liked her. He just didn't know how to approach her. He didn't know how to be a man and say, hey, girl, I like you. I love you. I want to be with you. I can't fake and phony this stuff. Mufasa is good at hunting. That's his skill set. But my skill set, hey, I'm smooth operator, baby. I'm the son of the king. And I want to clap, what I'm saying, however it goes. That went left. But y'all get what I'm saying. But you can't lie to kick it. Just be you, be your original person. So that's just for what it is. It took us over 30 years to realize, man, Mufasa done scooped up everything. Yeah. Nyla, not Sarabi, Sarabi, however her name is. But it's a perfect circle. Everybody know that they got to pay their part. An antelope know that, hey, that lion got to eat. But there's rules to it. He just can't eat all of them. And certain people can't live in all ecosystems. In the ecosystem for the Cowboys, we the Lions. The damn hyenas are the Eagles right now. You know what I'm saying? They just eat up everything. They don't know how to measure and just be understanding of their positionings. Yeah, what a best way to close. They don't understand that we are the king of the jungle. And the lions don't even live in the jungle. We live in the Serengeti. But we are the kings. We make sure everything is balanced within reason. They are still looking up to us. So that's why they key and bite each other's on the backside. And every moment that they can get, they try to be in our faces. That's why when it's their turn to run the NFC East, you see desolence everywhere. You see lack of respect everywhere. And the most disrespecting thing that you can do is talk about one of our greats. And that is Troy Aikman. You see, we are wise enough here at Cowboys fan to give honor and respect to a Reggie White. We don't have to dismiss an Eric Allen. We don't have to talk down upon Dawkins or the safety that they had over there. We gave respect to Fletcher Cox. We didn't have to dismiss him. We never called Fletcher Cox trash. We didn't have to beat him up. We understand the proper decorum. 9 times out of 10, we be minding our own business. Yes, we may sit high. We understand our position. What is the position? No one is above the star. The eagles fly beneath the stars. A giant as big as he is, he still have to walk underneath the star. A Washington Redskin or a commander have to fight their battles underneath the star. And ladies and gentlemen, behold, the Cowboys are the stars of the NFL. No one is above the star. Ladies and gentlemen, I need for y'all to stand tall on what you believe in. I need for you to walk in the authority that you are. On the Lion King, Mufasa, I believe it was Lion King 1, that he had to tell his son, remember who you are. You are my son, the one true king. So I want you guys to understand, on this life or the next, remember who you are. You are my son, the one true king. Understand that the authorities that you walk in, that we shouldn't bow down to a Washington fan. We shouldn't bow down to the rhetorics and all of the stuff that the Giants fans may say. And for dogged and damn sure, you shouldn't be bowed down to what the Eagles are saying with their bird beaks, because they, in any shape, form, or fashion, wish upon a star that they would be where we at. Now, it's been 30 years, 30 seasons. We understand. Even Jerry Jones' wife knew the future that Jerry was going to go down when they let Jimmy Johnson walk up out of there, right? And when they brought in Barry Switzer. And even Barry Switzer was saying, Jerry, fix this. Fix it. Then Barry got that check, and he was like, okay, all right, well, hold on. You know, I at least coach this team. And he got a ring out of it. I like what my guy said in the chat. Thrasher states, for 30 years, 30 seasons, and the order of operations haven't changed, basically. So we know our issues. We know what we need to do. But write this down in the fabrications of your heart, soul, and sinew and mind. And how hungry you got to be. I told y'all I got a PhD. That's poor, hungry, and determined. Let me get some fires and flames in the chat. I know it's the off season and we only got 100 folks in here, but I know that I got 100 troops. I got 100 real, genuine people watching me on this beautiful Friday. Appreciate all of you guys and all of the people that's watching. You might commit this and know this by heart by now. You might know this in the fabrications of your mind by now. But it's all about the opportunities of your mind on what the things that you want to secure. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, or lose, oh my God, and lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famine shall feign, or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty G-O-D, Cowboy Nation, stand tall or not at all, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, for all of my die-hard Cowboy fans that refuse to bow down to an Eagle, Washington, Giants, or anybody in the National Football League, you're listening to nothing but the best. There's no holes in the argument. You can't out-debate facts. You can't out-debate the history and the historical references that what makes us on top of everything. Just because you may have won recently don't mean that all of a sudden you better. Just because you just graduated last year and got your degrees and diplomas don't mean that you're better. Let me pull this fact up one more time. In the historical references and the riches and the wealth of the Cowboys, these are facts that nobody can out-debate in any Eagles uniform. You look them straight in their eyes and you tell them, we have an overall record of 75-59. And let me break this down to you one more time. Our record is 72-58. And if you want to bring in what we do in the postseason, our record is 3-1 versus you. And if you want to talk about our old relics and what we got and what you got, our record since we've been on this plane is 5 Super Bowls to your 2. Now, I don't know about your math, but my math states that in every main category, in every major stat category or other situations, mano a mano, head to head, that we destroy y'all in every light, in every possibility. So therefore, you still fly beneath the stars. And there's not a person that can out-debate that. Now tell them that and stand tall with it, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. DC for life, baby. Peace. Now run it up for my boys. Let's go.
Time to run it up. I wake up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip, this time to run it up. No sleep. sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it off. I wake up, flex.
Yeah, baby.
No drip, this.
Come on.
Tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I
stretch.
9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely.
Come on, baby.
Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me.
I love what I do.
I love my fans.
Come on, baby.
Friends, I got my homies.
Yeah.
Thought I could trust you, I find out you.
Where we at, baby? Where we at?
I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady.
Yeah.
The first one in, the last one out.
Shout out to the Thrasher for the G's.
Put in my hours, send the invoice, and they pay me.
What we do?
I need 6 rings like MJ.
Come on, baby. We on path to 6.
I wake up.
Other teams on path to 3. Other teams on path to 4. There's another team on a path to 5, but we on a pathway to 6.
Tell them run it off. I wake up.
Come on, baby.
No drip, this. Tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I
stretch.
Tell them run it. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to
Oxnard, baby.
Nigeria, come through in a hurry.
Let's get it.
Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried.
One
false move, find yourself there getting buried.
Getting buried. Yeah. Alita Raza. It's all of my people over there. Come on, mucho. Elegante. Come on, baby. Yeah.
I wake up.
Law.
No drip, this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I
stretch.
Tell them run it up. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. No drip, this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I
stretch, baby. Come on, baby. Oh my goodness. Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down a little bit. I'm too crunk over here. The sounds of soft souls and hits. Oh, shout out to you. Shout out time, man. For my people. For my people on the Facebook, Richard, Leg, man, appreciate you, man. Verde, appreciate you. Oh, Travis, Treacherous One, appreciate you, my dog. Appreciate you. Come on, speak boldly about your team. Shout out to all of the people setting stars. Rico, appreciate you. Thank you. Sean Harris, thank you. Rowdy, let's get it. Seabass, appreciate you for jumping in. Jeremy, thank you. Thrasher, appreciate you. Common Sense Lab, I got your message, man. You said it is a boy. Shout out to you. Shout out to your grandson now. One Magic fan, appreciate you. HWFG Podcast. Y'all be sure to check them out. I be all day or two. C-Lows, appreciate you. Trip Aces, thank you. Courtney Smith, appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Jared Jones, man, appreciate you. Let's get it. Shout out to our proud sponsors, Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyer. Choctaw Casino and Resort. Let's get it. Shout out to the newborns, man. Make sure you put silver and blue and star on the side of them. All in one, baby. Carrie Reynolds, baby. Street light. Don't let them hit you, baby. Let the street lights hit you. Hey, Ro. Layer 2. I follow. Wherever you go, whatever you do, play it too. Come on.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
Shout out to you, Scrappy. Got money. You that Titans fan, right? I got that photographic memory. I remember that Titans. But go Titans. I like the Titans. I think we play the Titans this year. Ghostface Gaming. Until next time, DC for life. The longest outro in the land.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me,
asking me.
are you still involved?
Come on, baby.
Calling me, texting
And they
me,
understand the
paging
cost
me, asking me,
that is
am I
involved.
still involved?
The longest outro in the land,
1,000.
baby.
I see it.
It's
Close the
1,000
doors.
of y'all.
I'm still involved.
Ushers, close the doors.
Tighten up.
Close the doors.
I see you, man.
Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. There's 1,000 of you
I'm
tonight,
still
and those that are watching,
them boys.
it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you.
I'm still.
And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the, take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20.
About what went
this
wrong?
is easy, saints. This is an
God will
easy
take
miracle.
wrong
We should be able
and make it right.
to raise $40,000 tonight. Just for
God will
y'all.
take pain and make it powerful.
That's it.
Look at my African American over here.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Sacrifice, don't give up the fight. Everything will be alright on any given Sunday, yeah. Depend on you if you win or lose. You know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday, yeah.
Until next time, DC for life, not for short. It's sad that we had to bring up this topic matter. But let's get on up out of here, man. One love.
Nobody does it better.
They can come closer than close, yeah.
Take the money
Original,
out.
they never will be.
Now, see, the cocaine's happening.
It's an evil world we live in.
Come into play.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Come
Come on, man.
The longest outro in the land. I'm just still in time. I gotta take this call right quick and
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel.
lately I just wanna
run it up.
run it.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Come on.
Kinda check the song.
What we tell 'em?
Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the
Who
same,
with Law,
I
man?
switch
Put it down in the chat, man. It's about loyalty over here, baby.
for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Worth more to me,
I
baby.
mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
Come on.
You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song.
The sound
Lately, I just
looks
wanna
offset.
run it up. Count that too.
It
count
hits
it
a
up,
note.
count it up, count it up, count it up. off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. I been really in the field. Love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half the ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on with it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around this beautiful globe. Appreciate y'all. DC for life, not for sure. Y'all like that song? All right. One day I'm going to do like a whole DJ series and be like, yeah, next we have this song brought to you by Henryo, you know. That would be nice, right?
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going don't know who you're going to meet, who you're
The sounds of soft souls. It's Otis. Until next time, DC for life. Scrappy! Can't wait to see you, man.
You have to be your biggest fan.
Make sure you get your seat right next to me, man,
Really
the day
tough
before the
and
game.
rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet.
Until next time, if we offended anyone, you just offended, especially if you are a part of...
We're looking great. Go birds. Let's go birds. Eat. We're looking great. Go birds. Let's go. We're looking great. Go birds. Let's go birds. ELGS. já sabe.
This is where we hold them.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. E-L-G-S, E-L, Eagles.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is you. I got beans. I cannot believe it.
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
Monte!
I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
When your team is getting demolished like that,
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I
So the
don't believe
cocaine
it.
You're gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did.
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly, still Super Bowl chance for now. We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt.
The two teams, in my opinion,
my
the
Eagles.
greatest
I don't
rivalry
believe
as
it.
far as
You're
the
gonna
city
flap
is
the hat
concerned
one
took
more
the
time
field.
for the
And the
Eagles
team
for the
from
hard
this
fight
city,
they did.
they didn't even show up. We got out coached. We got out physical. We got out manned. We got out wanted to. We got out aggressive. You name it. Any adjective that you can come up with, the Dallas Cowboys outdid us in that area. Because if there's two games that you get up for the damn Dallas Cowboys. The two teams in my
It's a damn
We
shame.
answered, I talked stuff, I thought we
Monte!
had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt.
Watch them blue fingernails. I know she a
You're gonna
Cowboy
flap the hat
reporter.
one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did.
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly, still Super Bowl chance for now.
The two teams, in my opinion, with the greatest rivalry as far as this city is concerned, took the field. And the team from this city, they didn't even show up. We got out coached. We got out physical. We got out manned.
Now, so the
we got
cocaine's
out
happening.
wanted to. We got out aggressive. You name it. Any adjective that you can come up with, the Dallas Cowboys outdid us in that area. The two teams, in my opinion, with the greatest rivalry as far
We
as this city is
answered, I
concerned.
talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
We're looking great. Go Birds.
We answered, I
We're
talked.
looking great.
We answered, I
We're
talked.
looking great.
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. E-L-G-S, E-L, Eagles.
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You're gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did.
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly, still Super Bowl chance for now.
Until next time, if we offended anyone of the Eagles community, you just offended.
Stop crying!
One more time. Come on. Can I do one more time?
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to
Can
show
you remove
who's
the
a better team,
horns?
and I'm sticking Cowboys.
I just want to hear them all the way.
Stop crying!
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You're gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did.
About what went wrong. Let's go birds fly, eagles fly.
Hey, give me the horn back. Give me the horn. Give me the horn.
Stop crying about what went wrong. Because God will take wrong.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
God will take pain and make it power.
Monte, right about time. One more time for Monte. This is like therapy, man.
The answer, I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
Stop crying about what went wrong.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight you did?
Oh my goodness!
Let's go birds fly.
Give me the horns. Give me the horns. Give me the horns right quick. Give me the horn. Give me the horns.
Two teams in my opinion with the greatest rivalry as far as this city is concerned took the field. And the team from this city, they didn't even show up. We got out coached. We got out physical. We got out manned. We got out wanted to. We got out aggressive.
Give me the horns.
Give
me the trump. There we go. There we go. There you go.
The Dallas Cowboys outdid us in that area. Because if there's two games that you get up for, you get up for the damn Dallas Cowboys. The two teams, in my opinion, with the greatest rivalry as far as this city is concerned, took the
Give me Monty. Give me Monty.
from this city.
I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
Give me Montisha. Give me Montisha next. Give me the daughter. Give me the daughter.
I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for
You
the
gonna
Eagles?
clap
for
the
hard
hat
fight
one
you
more
did?
time.
Stop crying!
Let's go birds fly, eagles fly.
Oh my God, who the hell
About what went
cares?
wrong.
Give me the Undertaker. Give me the Undertaker. Give me one more time with the Undertaker. Let me get up out of here. Oh my gosh, man. Oh, let me know if that ever get old, man. If it ever get old, I'll stop it, man. If it ever get old, I'll stop it. One more time. Monty!
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight you did?
Let's go birds fly, eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance.
Montisha! Hey, Eric, old head young boy, man. I see you and Montisha, man. Where Eric at, man? Eric, where you at?
Look at my African American.
Eric, where you at, dog?
Are you shitting me?
Eric, man. I got you right here. Here you go, Eric. Eric, old head young boy. Let me get on up out of here. What love, man. The pain in his eyes. And all we had to do was just tell him,
Stop crying about what went wrong.
all right, man. All right. Whew. Let me get on up out of here, man. Peace. DC for life, man. Not for sure. Y'all better leave Troy alone, man. Jalen Hurts don't think he's better than Troy, but Eagle fans do. That's crazy, man. All right, peace.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
I just had to leave.